Have you ever put a bunch of peanuts in your mouth and then chewed them until they turned into peanut butter?
No, you think you got something going on right there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just swallowed it.
Yeah, well, you can never just...
thought-
What's the end goal there? Just to have peanut butter in your mouth for as long as you can?
No, we jar it up, sell it on eBay.
Jar it up, sell it? Yeah. I mean...
Mr. Phantasmo's mouth made peanut butter.
There'd be a lot of... There's a lot of target markets for that.
There's
baby
a high.
birds, baby humans.
Baby humans?
Yeah, baby anything. They love regurgitated stuff.
They do, especially like regurgitated peanut butter. I could see how that would really grind your gears.
If there was a market for regurgitated mother's milk, I would totally be down to be the prime receiver. You know,
the breast milk?
the, the initial recipient, I would be, and then I would regurgitate it into your baby's mouth.
Ew.
I mean, if that's something that you're wanting, maybe it doesn't come out of the nipple warm enough.
Well, that's not something I'm wanting, but maybe my baby craves it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you as a parent don't want someone nurturing your nipple for you. You obviously want your baby to do that, but
Yeah, I guess so. But now,
If
no,
duty calls.
you know, sometimes you're like, I want this chick to suck on my nipple.
I've never thought I want this chick to supplement. I think we're on different points here.
Wow.
So, how you doing today, Zach?
Zach is not here once again.
Uh-uh.
This time he's ditched out on the podcast.
What about you, Kevin?
Oh, no, Kevin. It's a two-manner.
It's a two-manner. As if you didn't need an excuse to begin with not to listen to this podcast. Now you only have two people at their wits' end.
Two freaking idiots.
Just mulling over the daily gab. You know, we record this on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What if something insane happened between now and Sunday? Like, you know, I don't know.
Something insane like who?
Let's just say Oprah bought the Clippers and then she renamed them to the Oprahs.
Oh,
And it was just like,
jeez.
we would have to cover that story.
You think like we'd have to get into the podcast?
We
and
would either have to
cover that?
re-record the podcast, or we would just be like, all right, let's just add this into the
So if
podcast.
Oprah buys the Clippers, we're re-recording the podcast.
Only if she names them the Oprahs.
Yeah, I guess she'd have to name them the Oprahs.
The Oakland Oprahs.
The Oakland Oprahs.
The
Don't
Oakland
get
A's.
it twisted.
They've got some competition now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Clippers. That's a big story, you know.
Yeah, let's talk more about baseball because that's something I'm interested in.
It's basketball.
Oh.
Earlier, you were like, we were talking about that, and you were like, "Did you just say the NBA?"
Yeah. Wait.
And I was like, "Yeah."
wait,
I did.
I thought you were talking about the Columbus Clippers, the baseball team.
No, this
Isn't
is
that
the-
a baseball team?
Yeah, well, that's
Nah.
no, it's not.
What?
Actually,
yes, it is.
It is. It is. You're right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But that's a farm team. It's not like a.
It's a farm team?
It's not an MLB team.
Yeah, that's why I was forsaken.
You're forsaken, my friend. No, NBA, Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, okay, so what about the NBA? Why don't you just tell the damn story already since we practically beat around that bush?
Oh my God! Beat around the bush, don't eat around the tush. You know what I'm saying?
I prefer both.
Me too. Anyways, the Columbus Clippers coach. Just kidding. The Los Angeles Clippers owner.
Makes
He
more
said
sense.
he said some racist stuff.
Yeah, what'd he say? Did they say?
He said something to his girlfriend like, "Don't bring African Americans to my basketball games. Don't post pictures of you with African Americans on the internet."
He said African Americans?
No, I'm sure he didn't say African Americans.
okay.
But that was just the
Oh,
bleep.
wow,
That
so
was
he
my
was
bleep.
mad at his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Because she loves the black people?
Yeah, she loves them. And she was posting a picture on Instagram with her and Magic Johnson. And he told her not to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was just a weird. I think he said some other things. He said like they should be treated like dogs or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What a
And
prude.
I'm pretty sure the whole time. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the whole time he was saying the N-word.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured was substituted with African Americans.
African Americans, don't bring those African Americans into my house. I do respect them as Americans, but I do not like them.
I'm so mad I'm going to use a 6-syllable pronoun.
6-syllable pronoun. African American.
Shit.
Sevensies.
Sevensies. Sorry. That was off the top of my head.
But yeah, Oprah. She's about to buy him.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What will Oprah do next with all her money? What could be the most crazy thing that you could do if you just had more money than you knew what to do?
She already elected the president.
She did. Single-handedly.
Single-handedly.
She's like, I'm just going to buy all your votes.
I'm going to buy the votes.
I'm going to buy everyone's votes. I'm going to sway everyone.
You vote Obama, you get a car. You get a car if you voted for Obama.
Yeah.
You come to my show where I'm going to give you free baskets of soap. Oprah. The Oprah Winfrey Show.
I don't know. That's not very crazy, though. You give a person a car, it's been done before.
Yeah.
If you had all the money in the world and you just wanted to be known for that guy who did the weirdest thing with his money.
Oh, you want to be known? What?
Yeah, I'd give everyone, I'd go to like a country, a whole country. I'd go to Bangladesh.
Okay.
And I'm Bangladesh, in the city of Bangladesh, and I'd buy everyone red shirts, and I'd give them all red shirts, and I'd say, I will give you $20 and this red shirt. All you have to do is wear this red shirt today, and then they'd wear the red shirt. Then all of a sudden, I'd fly in like 300 helicopters full of bulls, and I'd just release them into the city.
Oh, jeez.
It would be panic.
That would be panic. I mean, even like
many people would die. I would get arrested, and
yeah, for destroying humankind in Bangladesh. For destroying Bangladesh.
Yeah, but does news really get out to Bangladesh?
No.
Like,
it
where
stays,
is that? What
where
happens
that
in Bangladesh stays in Bangladesh. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's in New York somewhere.
Bangladesh is not New York.
I don't know. That's what happens when you tell me to pick a random city.
That's the creating your own flash mob. You just bought a flash mob and you bought a running of the bulls.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, you must have like a video camera in the sky to want to watch that. What are you gonna do?
No, I'd just sit in one of the helicopters and watch the world burn.
Oh yeah.
I would be. There's a reason I don't have a lot of money.
You're just one of those guys that wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah. Like the Joker said.
God. Speaking of the Joker.
No
just
way.
kidding.
No way we get those kind of transitions.
No way.
What do you think we're made up of cheese and rice?
Swiss cheese and rice.
Well, speaking of Swiss cheese. No, speaking of food, how about this? This is a barely transition. All right, did you hear about the food safety summit that happened earlier this month?
I did not.
Well, apparently, more than 100 attendees of this food safety summit came down with suspected food poisoning.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of them complained of diarrhea.
Oh, that's a fun complaint.
That is a fun complaint.
It's like, I played too many games on the toilet.
What?
You know, because you have diarrhea and then you have to play a game so it doesn't burn. You have to let it settle for a little bit.
You have to play a game so it doesn't burn?
Yeah.
Is there an app for that?
Yeah, it's called Don't Let the Diarrhea Burn Your Butthole game. So don't wipe for a while.
Oh. So it's just like a timer?
Yeah, it's a timer game.
Oh, nice. It's just a clock.
You throw numbers around a board and stuff.
Oh, cool.
No real goal.
Chinese checkers.
Yeah. There's drawing involved.
Oh, nice. Well,
no, okay, so
I'll look into that app.
Why did we get on that tangent?
I don't know. I just thought
the food safety summit though. Yeah, that's insane. What do they do at that food safety summit?
Well, I would assume they talk about how to not get food poisoning and how to treat your food properly.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering. I mean,
I almost think that's a prank. I almost think that's like someone went to the food safety summit and is like, I'm going to poison the food here just because it'll be funny.
But maybe is the food safety summit is it something where they just test food and they're like, oh shit, we got a whole big case of diarrhea. Do not eat that shit.
So they're like the guinea pigs.
Yeah, it's just like we eat all the new shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, yeah. There's been a case of some dude in Texas invented this new hot chili, and he said it gives him the worst fiery butthole. We got to test this at the food safety summit.
No.
It's just like a bunch of benches, a bunch of like booths with different dangerous food. It's like,
that's
here's a blowfish that we don't think has been properly cut up, but we want someone to test it out.
That's not what I'm saying.
They give you like $20. It's full of hobos, and they're like, I really need the money, and it's free food, but it might kill me.
No, I'm saying like
Polluting
they're testing food for like total public consumption. So like stuff that they would sell in the grocery stores. Not just like testing dares like the guys on YouTube.
I'm not saying dares, but what if the guy was like wanting to sell it, his famous chili? Like he was like,
yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, I have this chili, but I'm just concerned that it'll tear apart people's rectums too hard, and So you'd have to test that.
Yeah, but no, but like you can't be concerned that it tears apart people's rectums.
You
too
can
hard.
be.
They
All
don't
right,
accept
fine.
that for testing.
Then
They're just like, no.
All right. Then I'll just never bring it up, and I'll just keep it in the dark, and then we'll release it to the public, and that's worse than the running of the bulls.
Yeah, but then if you don't do that, then people's rectums get torn apart and you get sued. So that's why you send your shit to get accepted by the Food Safety Summit. They have people there with really hot, spicy stomachs. A lot of Mexican people can eat spicy stuff, so they have people of all different cultures and races.
So you're saying if you didn't want to get sued, then you'd have to send it there.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. Then you'd be there testing it anyways.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Yeah, but if they're just,
if
you're like this shit's crazy.
Yeah,
though, then
you
they're
wouldn't
gonna be like,
predicate it on
"No."
the fact that it was gonna do that, but you knew.
No, because to not get sued, it's either send it to this food summit or it's put a label on your bottle that says this could fuck up your butthole.
Oh, the little stickman picture we have, just like him bending over with a huge explosion coming out. I'd do that.
Yeah.
Who reads the
It
back?
actually, you put that on there, it'd probably promote the product more than
Really,
harm
like if you're looking for the world's hottest chili, you want a warning label on that.
it. Yeah,
It just
exactly.
makes sense. But in order to just safely close out this topic, I don't think that's what they do at the Food Health Summit. I really don't.
Wow.
Well, okay. April 8th through 10th is when they met at the Baltimore Convention Center and included representatives from the USD Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Yeah.
And food companies such as McDonald's, Tyson, and ConAgra. So, yeah, it was just, with McDonald's and Tyson and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, it's just like, they probably get together and are like, all right, what's the worst kind of meat we can put in our food that won't make people die?
Exactly. They're
But
like, how close can we get?
Yeah. How close can we get to just dead bodies that we dig up and use for meat? We want to eventually turn people against each other.
Okay, this is 1% dead body. Is that okay? Can we not put that in our thing?
Can we have at least 1% dead body?
Yeah. McDonald's.
1% dead body, 90% dead pig.
As long as I can sleep with your daughter, sure. Yeah, all right, you got it.
It's all politics of the Food and Drug Administration.
Now we have the
Oprah's
Whopper.
probably involved there.
Yeah. Oh, Oprah. You know she's got a hamburger
Jeez.
coming out named after her.
Wow, the
It's called
Oprah.
the Whopra.
The Whopra?
Whopra. Whopra.
It's when you eat it, you say, Whopra!
Whopra. From BK.
From BK. No, she has her own fast food chain.
Oh yeah, it's called the Whopper Burger.
It's called Winfrey's.
Winfrey.
She's gonna run Wendy's out of business.
Oh my shit, dude! If she can't, and it was exactly the same thing, only with a
picture of
black
her.
girl instead of Wendy.
Yeah.
That would just be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it could just be Oprah.
then you'd feel, if Winfrey's existed, you would feel racist going to Wendy's.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm not going to Wendy's.
Yeah, and you know Winfrey's has better chicken.
Yeah, but then Wendy's could turn around and be like, well, we support albinos with red hair and red eyes.
Oh, that's a broad range you're targeting there. Man, we're gonna get like 1% of the population with
1%, yeah, but
Not even
other
1%.
people would feel for that. They're like, oh my gosh, they go to Chick-fil-A to fight breast cancer. You know what I'm saying? Go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Go to Chick-fil-A if
yeah.
you don't like gay people.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Chick-fil-A
all
is
about
racist.
those campaigns that you get going on, like
You get a cool campaign.
like that salsa, the Newman salsa, where all
Yeah.
the proceeds go to I don't know, like a charity or something like that.
Salsa?
You've never seen that?
I haven't seen that
like
one.
Newman's salsa. It's like
Uh-uh.
that picture of that weird, creepy looking old dude, and he's like smiling, like, "Hey,
Oh,
have my
jeez.
salsa."
Oh,
But
God.
I guess it's like a really old salsa, and he died or something,
Oh.
and he decided like not to leave his fortune to anybody except for like his family must have been pissed at him because he's just like, all the proceeds, all the profits that we make, besides what it costs, operating costs and everything, and paying the employees, everything else goes to charity.
What?
Yeah.
His family's like,
No, my charity.
That's my no, dude. They pay the families probably a pretty good paycheck too. They probably all work there.
Yeah, you're right. That they're probably like signed on as like some random job, but they get so much money for it.
$100,000 to take out the trash.
Yeah. It's probably just an advertising scheme, but I don't know. They don't advertise it too much, except for the fact that it's written on every single one of their containers. But,
Yeah, donating's a pretty good advertisement.
well, speaking of, did you have something there?
Oh no,
Okay, good. It didn't seem like.
I mean
you had
I do have something, but
Good.
I'm waiting on you.
So have you heard the reforestation campaign that Pornhub.com's putting on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's they're just trying to help the planet. And
what? Get wood?
Yeah.
Help the planet get wood?
Exactly. Well, because it's Arbor Day.
Oh, that's
Arbor
right.
Day was the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their campaign is called Pornhub Gives America Wood.
Wow. Oh, Jesus! I just called that
Yeah,
right
you
out
did.
of the ass.
You did. And the site has promised to plant one tree for every 100 videos viewed in its big dick category.
Oh my God!
And there's right now there's no official partner. There's no official partner for planting the trees, so no one really wants to put their name behind this.
Yeah.
But they have like a couple. I guess they have a couple companies that they're thinking of doing. But so far, since this article has been written, it was 13,400 trees to be planted.
Wow.
Which equates to roughly like 1.3 million video views that people would.
In the big dick category?
In
You know,
the
people
big
read
dick
that and
category
they're
alone.
like, oh, big dick category. It's my favorite fucking category. I'm
Yeah.
going to go watch all the good ones.
Yeah, apparently they did something similar in 2012 for the Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
They promised to donate 1 cent for every 30 video views in its big tits and small tits categories.
Wow.
To the Susan G. Komen Foundation in honor of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the foundation apparently declined to accept the donation.
What?
Yeah, which I don't know. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to do the math there, but I just think that would be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a ton of money.
You know why they chose 30 cents? Because big tits and small tits are fucking huge categories.
Way more prominent than big dicks. And that's
Yeah.
2 categories.
Big
as
dicks,
compared
like,
to
you
one.
actually got to sit through a couple of those babies. Like,
Yeah.
God, this sucks.
Yeah,
His
this sucks.
dick's way bigger than mine.
God, I wish I had half his dick. Even
Jeez.
just half long ways. I just cut it in half and have a big chode.
Big Joe. He's got a freaking arm on his pelvis right there. That
Yeah.
guy's a freaking crazy man.
So I'm not quite sure what the idea behind that is, but
I don't know. Maybe it's just
maybe I'll just
put
put maybe I'll just feel like putting on the big dick category when I go to sleep tonight, and just making a playlist. I don't know. Can you make a
Oh,
playlist
that's a
on
good
there?
day. Yeah, big
Just
dick
run it.
playlist.
You know, for the sake of the trees. What is it? Every 100? Did I say every 100 views
Every
is a
100
tree?
views, yeah.
So if I watch 100 big dick videos, I just plant a tree, or I could just go plant a tree and not be as mentally scarred. I could also do that. I don't know.
God, and you'd save on lotion in the end.
Yeah, you would. You'd save on lotion and rash.
Yeah, and rash rubbed raw.
Rash rubbed raw.
Pain.
Oh, yeah.
God, speaking of big dicks, you know the cast of Star Wars was announced.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do.
Jeez, no, that was good though. You know Harrison Ford. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
So we talked about this on the stream last night,
Oh, we
as
did.
well as in your hump day.
It's such a big category.
It is.
though.
I mean, oh god, Star Wars. Do you prefer Star Wars over Star Trek?
Oh, any goddamn
Good.
day.
Well,
of
I'm
the
glad we
week.
could continue to be friends.
Yes.
I didn't really. I guess it's because Star Wars or Star Trek was like a TV show primarily, right? It wasn't really movies. It was more.
I think so.
I mean, they had movies, but it had like a TV show to go along with it, and you were kind of lost if you like. I watched the first Star Trek movie like that just recently came out.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they came out with like a second one as well, but I didn't
Yeah.
see that. But
I've
don't
heard
know.
it's good.
Like it's probably good for a sci-fi flick, but it's just like Star Wars is good for a sci-fi flick too, and it has nostalgia because I was just like, I loved Star Wars.
You know that the new Star Wars movie is being directed by the same guy who directed the Star Trek movies that came out.
Oh really?
He's directed both.
He's getting both sides of
He's a
sides
nut.
of his cake.
J.J. Abrams.
Ah, JJ.
He also directed Lost on TV.
He also directed Transformers.
Transformers. No, that's Michael Bay. Come on, man. Know your directors.
I'm sorry. If we ever
But-
go on Jeopardy together,
And there's a directors category. I'll say I'll play this round.
I'll play this round. It's a volunteer round.
Volunteer. Which one of you would you like to play? I'll play this.
That's a very specific situation that we just went over, and I'm glad we're prepared for it.
It's unique. But yeah, we'll come up. Sometimes we'll come up to that situation in life and be like, we know what to do.
Yeah.
Like right away, it's like no brainer.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
gonna play this round.
Yeah, some people think it's useless, but we're just really super prepared.
It's always a good idea to
never be
prepare for
scared.
events that you think might never happen, but if they do, you'll be ahead of the curve.
Yeah, everyone will be like, "What?" And
What
you'll
the
be like,
fuck? We thought about this before.
"Yeah." Whereas in every other moment of every other day, you're always behind because we're thinking about stupid stuff like this. But it's all about that time when we catch everyone else off guard.
You catch them all off guard, and then they're like, "Oh shit!" Because people don't get first place every day.
That's
but
true.
once in a while, as long as you get that shit once in a while.
Hey, you never know. Oprah might be watching. She promotes you for the next president. Boom.
Bam.
We run the country together.
Oh, jeez, we do that, and you're like, I'll sit at the desk today.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the people.
Yeah, when that day that I sit at the desk, I'm gonna instill a rule where everyone has to put on a red T-shirt.
Drop a bunch of bowls in.
No, you sick freak.
Oh, but we didn't talk too much about Star Wars though.
We got to get back to that for sure.
But so like.
Did you have any like the action figures or anything when you were a kid? Did you?
My gosh, I had some like the G.I. Joe style action figures, and I used to just go up to my little brother and be like, "Dude, you want to play figures?" And he's like, "Let's play figures." And we would just take figures.
Wow, you guys had a nickname for it? You called it figures?
Yeah, we said we were playing figures.
Wow,
it was so dope, and it involved every action figure we owned.
Yeah,
we would take all the figures and put them into a pile, and we would pick figures to be like, I get half and you get half.
Like kickball.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then we would just make up these elaborate stories like, get to the castle, the dragons are coming. Like, it was crazy.
Dragons in Star Wars style.
Our figures game would take up an entire room in the house.
That is awesome. Were there any like figures that unanimously always got picked last? It was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, there were ones that were like, dang, this one sucks. I don't know what to do with him.
Mace Windu, his stupid purple lightsaber.
Mostly you hated them because they were ones that couldn't stand up on the carpet.
Oh yeah.
God, this guy's feet are so small. He can't stand up on the couch.
Yoda's so top heavy. His feet are like little prawns.
That's what it was like. It was like, oh, this guy's just gonna roll around the whole game. Can't even prop him up.
That's not realistic for a plastic figure.
Some of them had melted feet from playing them with the lighter and stuff. We got into a big
because you had to melt them to the ground to get them to stick there.
Yeah, we had a big phase where we melted Iron Man in the garage, or Army Men in the garage.
Oh yeah, I used to melt. My sister. She got this sandbox for her birthday one time, and it was like one of those turtle ones where there's like sand in the turtle. Have you seen those? And then like the top of the turtle closes it. It's like a lid. And she was like playing in the sandbox, and I always used to like. She used to build like these bridges with like holes underneath, and she used to just pat it down with water and like make castles and everything. And then I'd wait until she'd go inside and get a snack or something, and I'd put like a bunch of different Army men fighting, and then I'd just burn like the tips of all of them. So she'd come back to literally like this flaming mess, and I remember the smell. It was so bad.
Oh my God.
It would just literally like fill up our entire property, which is not easy to do. But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Was she ever like, what the hell? Like,
I don't think she ever saw it and was like, oh, I wonder who did this. It was always just like, Mom.
What the hell?
Yeah,
like freaking Toy Story happened. I used to always think that was going on in my house.
Yeah.
Toy Story's happening.
Toy Story. I don't know. I just felt like the sandbox needed a little bit more action than some sand. Needed something.
So we were like, yeah, you want to talk about Star Wars? Yeah, did you ever get Star Wars action figures? Yeah, one time I played with action figures. Dang, did you have any Star Wars bed sheets? Yeah, dude, I wrapped up my bed sheets the other night. You wouldn't believe the night I had. All right, no, just kidding. But the film, the new Star Wars.
So there were some Star Wars action figures that I was playing with. I actually did have the little tiny ones. Did you ever have those? With like the big... that you could buy like the big lands that folded out. They're like plastic lands, and you had like these little tiny characters.
No.
And you could just have like large scale battles.
What?
Yeah, it was insane.
I never had those.
The characters I want to say were like the size of your thumbnail, or like maybe even a little bit bigger.
Maybe okay. I think I do know what you're talking about.
And they sold them like hotcakes because there was just like you could buy a new stage. It seemed like every single week they were coming out with new stages.
Yeah, we used to play. I love playing figures with those things because they were so tiny.
Yeah.
Mage Knights, we used to put Mage Knights like hotcakes.
Mage Knights like hotcakes.
Hashtag Mage Knights like hotcakes.
All right, so anyways, about this Star Wars stuff.
Star Wars, the new one, Episode 7, obviously.
Yeah.
Coming out. Harrison Ford's going to be in it as Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, all the regulars, C-3PO, R2-D2,
That's so
Chewbacca.
crazy that
it's
all the
insane.
regulars. What if they just come out and they're just like super old and it's just like Star Wars at their retirement home and they're just like,
oh, jeez. But obviously there's going to be these new characters who I think are going to probably, I feel like they'll have more of a main role.
Yeah.
Because they'll carry on, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Luke Skywalker turns bad.
Oh.
Because I was trying to look up some like art on Google. I just googled Star Wars Episode 7, and there's some cool fan art on there, where, like, of people, like, one of them looks like Luke Skywalker's like the Emperor or something.
Oh wow.
I'm sure that's all just fake.
They haven't even started filming yet, have they?
No, but it's supposed to come out next winter.
So they probably have, like, I'm assuming that at least they have storyboards and, like, a plot line and, like.
Oh, J.J. Abrams wrote the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all initialized. It's just hasn't been started on.
There's a picture here of the new cast with just everybody together in a round table doing, like, a reading of the script.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've got the script and everything, and they're about to start filming.
Nice.
But that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I never knew that R2D2 there was actually just like a midget, a little person inside inside the robot. The whole time there's a actual real person in there.
No way. I thought it was made out of a trash can.
I don't know what it's made out of, but there was actually a person under that walking.
What?
Yeah.
No.
How insane. Yeah. He's a little person, and he or she, I don't know.
That is really hard for me to believe, because I almost remember seeing, like, things behind the scenes with R2D2, and it was just like maybe it wasn't a remote controlled. I know it's, like, made out of a trash can or something, but
I'm pretty sure that's a person. Let me look this up real quick.
Okay.
Who plays R2D2?
Well, regardless of who plays them.
Now you've got me questioning my facts.
It's a pretty
well, Kenny Baker.
Wow.
He's a very little person.
That is crazy, and he's coming back too.
Yeah, he's back.
The original Luke, Leia, Han Solo, R2D2, C-3PO,
and Chewbacca. Yep. All back.
Dang, that's gonna be the best movie I've ever seen. I think the way that they're releasing all this information gets my expectations so high for it. It's just.
I feel like it's gonna meet him now.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams usually doesn't let you down. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Titanic. He's not Titanic. That's Michael Bay again. Or no, that's not Michael Bay. Who is that?
That's the guy who directed Avatar.
What's his name?
Cameron
Diaz.
James Cameron.
Cameraman.
Cameron Diaz. James Cameron Diaz.
Oh jeez. But so speaking of space though, did you see NASA's new spacesuit?
No.
Yeah, it looks like you thought that was a bad transition, but that was actually pretty good.
Hear about the guy who took his selfie on the moon?
No, really?
Yeah.
Just recently?
I don't know. The article said second man on the moon, first to take selfie or something like that. I didn't read anything into it. I'm just like, some articles you just glance over and you're like, oh, I just learned all I need to know from the title of that article and the picture. Like, I don't need to go and read how he took it.
Taking the selfie on the moon.
Selfie on the moon.
Wonder when the selfie on Mars is gonna be.
I don't know. That's when the aliens will really laugh at us and probably invade us because they're like, these guys are stupid.
Okay, quit taking selfies. We did this 10,000 years ago.
Yeah. They have the opportunity to advance technology and science, and they're too busy taking selfies. Why won't it post to Instagram from here? I want to get my likes.
I gotta get my likes.
Whatever you get on Instagram, freaking stamps.
Stamps.
I'm gonna lick my stamp and give it to you.
Lick your stampagram.
Wow.
No, but it looks like Tron. It's hilarious, or something like Tron. It looks fatter than Tron. It makes the astronauts look fat. It has like a gray bubble that just goes over them like this. Over the front of their face. Oh yeah, like I'm showing the microphone right now. It's like a bubble that goes over their front of their face, kind of like the regular spacesuits that you see on
kind of like
Gravity.
The alien head.
Yeah, it looks kind of like Danger Will Robinson, that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I think these are the spacesuits that they're trying to take to Mars.
Oh wow.
Which would be interesting. Have you signed up yet?
Yeah. Signed up yesterday.
You did?
No.
No. Why not?
There's no way. There's no way I could leave.
I could leave this piece of crap of a planet.
You think it's a piece of crap planet until you get to Mars, and then you're like, oh wait, I'm an
this
idiot.
Is really crap.
Wait, this is a real piece of crap.
You know they got Xbox on Mars though.
No.
You know they got it.
No. Yeah, they just got a box with an X in it. Here's your Xbox.
Here's your Xbox, douche.
We got you, douche.
We got you, douche. Now you're stuck on the Mars. I thought you said Xbox. Kill yourself immediately. NASA's like, mission failed.
Have
Game
fun updating
over.
your Instagrams, bitches.
Yeah, you take it. You Instagram yourself killing yourself on Mars.
On Mars? Wow, that'll be a first. Quite possibly a last.
The last guy to take a selfie on Mars killed himself
just,
in an Instagram video.
Cell phones these days.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of cell phones, you take selfies with selfies with cell phones. What else do you do? What else do you do with cell phones? Stupid moth.
I play games.
Play games, but you can also just text, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there is a 21-year-old Australian woman who was texting while driving, and she slammed into a bicyclist.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was furious. The victim suffered a spinal fracture and would spend the next 3 months in a hospital. But she said, this is what she said, quote, to a police officer that responded to the scene. She said, "I just don't care because I've already been through a lot of bullshit and my car is like pretty expensive and now I have to fix it." Yeah. And then she's like, "I'm kind of pissed off that the cyclist has hit the side of my car. I don't agree that people texting and driving could hit a cyclist. I wasn't on my phone when I hit the cyclist." But apparently she was. But yeah, so I guess she like when she hit the guy, she was 300 feet away and she just refused to go anywhere near him because she was so mad at him.
Wow.
I mean, can you imagine that?
What an idiot.
That guy is just like laying there. His spine is like broken in half and he's just like crying out for help and she's just fuming at him.
Oh my God. How is he supposed to know? He's riding on the same side of the road as her.
Yeah. And then she like posted, they show her Facebook posts where she's like, "Never speed and do bad things so you lose your license, kiddies. This sucks, frowny face."
Oh my God.
And she's just like, never once did she say, "Oh man, I hope this guy's doing all right."
What an idiot.
And she took a picture of this like letter that she got that highlighted the date when she was supposed to get her license back. And she said, when life really starts again. And it like she underlined that date. And then after she did that, the courts sentenced her to 9 more months without her license.
Oh my God.
So it was pretty funny. But
dang, what a stupid idiot.
Yeah, well, if you can see the picture of the girl, she clearly just doesn't give a shit about.
I saw that picture of that
Did
girl.
you?
I think I read that like a day or so ago.
Wow, old news. Sorry. Sorry for bringing up that old news.
No, I didn't read it. I didn't read it a day. I think I read it a day ago. It's old. No.
I can't remember if I even read it. But
No, I think I saw the cover or the picture somewhere. But she's a freaking retard.
yeah,
God.
case closed.
Case closed on that. Have you ever texted while driving?
Oh yeah.
Oh, You think you can get arrested for just saying that on the podcast? Oh,
I think everyone's texted and driven at some point in their life.
Oh, you think so?
Well, does texting count as like if I'm driving? Like I had to go to work today and I got up early. Well, I didn't get up. I got up at the same fucking time that I always do, and I did this my same routine. But I was getting ready to get onto the freeway, and there was a light right before it, and I saw that there's just a backup on the on ramp to get on the freeway, which is usually like I leave at the same time you leave because I like to get there. Like I like to beat traffic pretty much.
Yeah.
And there was so much traffic today for some reason. I don't know. It was raining, and typically when it's raining or when it's snowing,
You can't go outside.
yeah, you can't go outside.
Just kidding.
But people, it always seems to be like more traffic because people either drive slower or there's like an accident. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not even gonna try to get on that freeway. It's backed up forever. So I just took a right, and I was just like, I'll just put in the address for my GPS so I can go. It ended up taking me way longer than it probably would have if I just would have gotten on the freeway. But what I'm trying to get at is I was typing in the address while I was driving.
Yeah.
So does that count as texting and driving?
I think it does.
I mean, you're putting text in your phone while you're driving.
Yeah, it's tough. I do. Okay, so I do that, but that does count because I think that's even more distracting than actually just texting a person.
Yeah.
Because I get so distracted on my GPS sometimes. I'm like, God, I'm gonna die here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're like lost and you've never been to where you're at before, and you start putting in the GPS. That's a lot of times when I'm putting it. I usually
being
put it in
lost
before
when
I
it's
go.
dark is always worse. It's like 10 times worse than being
jeez.
lost when it's light out.
Yeah, seriously. Because then you can't even see the street signs, and it's raining. You can't even go outside when it's raining.
You can't go outside because it's raining.
Did you see that? Speaking of cars, did you see? There's news about Google's self-driving car. They're testing it on the roads.
I heard about Google's self-driving car doing better at not hitting jaywalkers.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Like, did you see the schematics for it? It's like, like the schematics for how the program works. Like everything that's like 200 yards around it, somehow it like detects it and maps it out so that the car knows where everything is.
Wow.
And it can see it motion and everything. It knows cars behind you, cars all around you, people on the sidewalk next to you, everything.
That's the future right there.
Yeah,
like
that's definitely
that's what I've always wanted when I was a little kid in my mom's car or something, and I was playing my Game Boy. I'm like, when I grow up, I don't want to drive. I just want to type into my car where to go, and I want to play my Game Boy while I'm going there.
Exactly.
And like that's where we're at, and it would be safer. You would get around places quicker because you wouldn't have like, I feel like a lot of what causes traffic in a lot of senses, there's either an accident which can be prevented, with having smart cars,
right?
Basically, or B, it's something that people want to step to the side. Most likely an accident, but people slow down, just to see the accident. Like there's nothing in the road, they just want to slow down, which slows everyone else down.
Yeah.
But if you prevent A, then you just get rid of B altogether.
Exactly, and you just like all the maps would just have the speed limit mapped out, so all the cars would just every time you mapped out a destination to go, what it told you was probably exactly the time that it would take to get there.
Exactly. Because it's computers.
It takes away the inconsistencies of other people driving.
Yeah. There's no fluctuation in maybe I'll drive a little faster today, or maybe I'll hit come into traffic today. Nothing.
Maybe I'll hit a biker.
Maybe I'll hit a biker. Maybe I'll hit a biker and get pissed at him.
Then everybody could text while they're driving.
Wow. But you wouldn't be driving, would you?
No, you'd be riding.
What if they came out with those cars and they didn't have any windows? That would be the scariest thing ever. It's like, get into this huge box that's going to go 60 miles per hour down the freeway.
That would make me think that we were in the Matrix. I would think that the box didn't even move and it just projected a different world into my Oculus Rift.
Oh!
It's in my Oculus Rift!
Get it out!
Oh, fuck! Push it!
Push the button. Speaking of pushing the buttons.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Oh, shoot. Oh, here we go. Did you know that disabling your phone's location services don't really hide you?
No.
Yeah, I actually learned, which is not that interesting of a fact when you first hear about it, but actually the way that like apps and companies can still track your exact location is due to a big part to the fact of the accelerometer in the phone. You know, like the thing that tells your phone if it's upright or sideways, so it can adjust the screen accordingly. The accelerometer, if you think about it, when you're moving and doing your day-to-day thing, it's changing a lot even when like it's in your pocket or whatever. Like it's always changing, and I don't know. This is how I understood it from the article. If you think about the sequences of it being almost in like terms of binary, like when it's upright, it would be a 1, and when it's laying horizontal, it would be a 0. So if you have those time increments, like of when it was a 1 and when it was a 0, just throughout your day, it's like a unique fingerprint to you. Like no one else had the exact same amount of down and up times at the exact same time that you did.
Oh, wow.
That was around you. So they can like track you according to that or something. I don't know. The article was a little weird. It also talked about obviously like the camera and stuff being able to somehow track you as well. But that's always something that I've been just like weirded out about.
Well, I've heard that the NSA can could just be looking through my laptop camera right now and not even turn the camera on.
Yeah, because what are the biggest things that I'm always doing every day? I'm either on my laptop, has a camera on it, iPad, camera, phone, camera, even our PC that we use to stream, a webcam.
Yeah.
Like everything is looking back at me. Yeah. All the technology.
That's insane.
Yeah. I ate peanuts today. Camera on those.
Camera on the peanuts. Edible cameras on the peanuts.
Edible peanut cameras.
We want to see how many peanuts people are eating at one time so that we can create a proportion-sized peanut equal to 1. So you only eat 1 peanut at a time.
It's all about those proportioned peanuts.
Proportioned peanuts, please.
We will come out with one giant peanut one day.
And you'll just eat bites of the peanut.
Can you imagine that? They just come out with like giant things, like a giant grape or something.
Yeah,
it's just like a huge grape.
You
it's like,
bites of it.
You want a bundle of grapes? Why don't you just get a huge grape?
Just get a big one, cut off a slice. They sell everything in loaves.
Yeah. You want a
grape
loaf of grapes?
It's on a grape loaf. Pretzel loaf.
Pretzel loaf.
Hard pretzel loaf.
They come in several different kinds. Those pretzels.
Oh yeah,
You gotta watch
pancake
out.
loaf.
Pancake loaf.
What else could you have?
You could have literally anything you
Fruit
wanted.
loaf. I like the fruit loaf, like peach loaf.
Yeah.
What is that? That's peach.
They
That's a
find
peach.
like some way to just grow it in loaves.
Yeah, they grow in loaves, so it's actually covered in like peach fuzz and everything, just like a real
Oh
peach.
wow! Can you
That'd be
imagine those
sick.
trees with the big dangling loaves off of them?
Oh geez, they're just growing loaves. Apple loaves, those would be really hard. Like,
Yeah.
ouch.
Yeah.
What other things? Spaghetti loaves.
Spaghetti loaves.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Get a mushroom loaf.
Oh geez, that'd be disgusting.
It
It'd
would
just
be
be brown
disgusting.
and it'd be like really weird texture.
Wiener dog loaves.
Wiener dog loaves. But then the cool thing about that is because you could use these loaves, like you could have bread. They'd be like you could use them as bread.
Oh my! No, they would just be the perfect. Like bread would
Flavored
have
bread.
its new day.
Yeah.
You know the best thing since sliced bread?
Loaves.
food.
Loaved food. Loaves.
It's just as good as sliced bread because you can
Wow.
put it on everything you can put.
We need to invent this and take it into the Shark Tank.
Our idea is to turn everything that we normally consume in our day-to-day life into loaves.
Into loaves.
It's going to be a lengthy process,
They
but
grow. They'll be loaves that grow on trees.
we have no genetic engineers on this, but I don't know. We know this guy named Carl, and he has this idea. He has this thing he
idea.
wants to try. We're going to need $300 million. Take the money and run.
Take it, and then we go to Bermuda.
Bermuda, the triangle,
Chill in the triangle
the geometry state.
on a yacht, on a big old yacht paid by Yahoo.
Wow.
We'd have all the social media execs.
And then we could eat our loved food by ourselves. You know, loved food is an interesting topic. But
Yeah.
if it was a thing today
Yeah.
and there was any way you could get it, you got to imagine it would be on Silk Road.
Oh, definitely on the Silk Road. Have you been on the Silk Road lately?
No, but I have an article about the Silk Road.
Oh, I would love to hear about that.
Did you hear about actually the old Silk Road back in the day?
Yeah.
I think it was like about 6 months ago. It got shut down by like the FBI. They shut it down. Some guy in California apparently was like the head of it and everything. But
Yeah.
there's a new Silk Road
Yeah.
that's back, and you know, as they say, back and busier than before and better than ever.
Yeah.
And they just got crazy. Like, for those of you who don't know, Silk Road is basically just like an illegal. It's like an eBay for illegal things. Is it an eBay, or would you equate it more to an Amazon?
Amazon.
Because it's just like one set price, right? It's not like a bidding war for.
Yeah, it's not a bidding war, but they are just sellers.
Yeah, so you can compete with other people's prices on there.
Yeah.
But that's
exactly.
still more like Amazon than anything. But yeah, so I don't know too much about the Silk Road. I saw one of my buddies was on it one time, and I like watched him for a second. I was like, this is some crazy stuff you can get on here. You can get forged documents. You can get pretty much any kind of drug known to man.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, but
And this is pretty much this. I believe. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I think it's pretty much where Bitcoin devolved from. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
This is where
because that's how you pay with all your stuff, right? Is Bitcoin, because it's untraceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what people on the Silk Road. Most of the things they buy on the Silk Road are drugs and illegal things. So you
Yeah.
don't want it to be
You can hire assassins.
exactly.
I don't know if you can, but I'm assuming you can. You have to be able to hire hitmen from the Silk Road. I'm sure
yeah.
they prefer. Would they prefer hitman or assassin? I feel like assassin is a little bit more badass, but
Oh yeah, I'm sure that that's part of their marketing scheme. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I'm an assassin. I'm trying to get to the Silk Road right here.
yeah,
Let's
try to
see.
get to that Silk Road.
It's tough to get to. You got to find a link to it.
Oh, really? Like in a forum or something?
Yeah,
Like you don't really know the exact URL.
there isn't a URL.
Oh, there isn't.
That's how I don't. That's why it's so hard to understand for
it's
me.
on the
It's like
interwebs.
it's on the interweb. I don't know how to get to it.
Well, it's probably for the best.
I typed in "get to the Silk travel the Silk Route." How to get with the Silk Road?
Oh, you typed all that into Google? Was it like, are you drunk? I want to shoot. How did I get to the Silk Road?
Dark market. See, there's a lot of other online marketplaces like the Silk Road.
Yeah,
though.
they explained, the FBI guy explained it to like, it's almost like a game of whack-a-mole. You hit one and two more pop up.
It's like the Pirate Bay, basically. It's just somebody's just hosting it somewhere.
And it's always going to exist. Like one person is always going to be like, yeah, I'll do it again.
yeah, exactly.
So
And the
it's-
people that are founders of it, Dread Pirate Roberts, every time, because that last guy that they caught in California, he called himself the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Oh,
and,
really?
And so this new guy calls himself the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah.
And but that guy was rich as hell because he takes a portion
Oh yeah.
of
Definitely.
the Bitcoin. So
Yeah. Well, he's not doing it just out of kindness of his heart.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll be going on the Silk Road and doing a bunch of drugs before the podcast.
I was gonna
next week.
I was gonna see if I could get on there, but I don't think I can get on there right now. It's just too hard to find.
I think if you got on there, we would be able to witness the FBI barging into our.
No,
into our
it's
home.
not illegal to get on there.
Oh, it is.
Is it illegal just
It's
to
all
go
about
on?
It's all about the scare tactics.
I've been on there many a time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not it. Anyways,
What-
yeah,
What
we'll
were
get
you,
on
what were
there
you
next
looking
week.
for on the Silk Road there, Jimmy boy?
Oh no, not many a time. I was looking for a hitman.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was gonna take you out until we became
Yeah.
friends.
You were looking for a hitman to take me out on a date?
Yeah,
Huh.
take him out, show him a good time,
Was she
show him your 9.
Was she pretty?
Yeah, she was a hit woman.
She was a pretty with a 9.
Hey, did you see that Facebook is working to allow people to sign into apps on your iPhone or on your computer anonymously?
Oh, you mean like when all the apps ask for you to sign up with Facebook,
Yeah,
you can do it?
you can do it anonymously through Facebook. So it just gives you a number, and it doesn't give them any of your Facebook information at all. And you can basically
Ah,
test drive the app without
interesting.
giving up any of your information. Pretty cool.
So for apps like what? Because every app I've seen, it's always like either sign up with Facebook or A, continue as a guest, or B, skip.
Well, I feel like I see a lot of apps that say register or sign up with Facebook.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole registration process.
I feel like I have seen a few that say continue as a guest.
Well,
But most of the time it's
yeah.
register or sign up with Facebook.
Well, most of the stuff I'm thinking about is like games and stuff, but there are also a lot of other things that try to access like who you are as a person.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it lets you. It's a kind of a cool thing that Facebook's trying to do. It almost is like they're the keepers of your online identity now. They're
Yeah.
trying to be, but
They're trying to protect it pretty much.
yeah. Well,
It's like,
yeah, but
you
they,
go
in,
ahead,
in the
America.
end, they
You
keep
do whatever you want.
Exactly. Do whatever you
We
want.
got
Facebook's
you.
got your stuff.
Yeah,
We're the only ones that have it.
yeah.
So that's kind of a cool move by them. But I mean, a cool play business wise.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool for doing apps too, or for other developers, because people can sign into apps without having to give away a bunch of stuff,
Oh,
their
definitely.
information, or worry about it. Because in this day and age, it's only going to get people are only going to get more and more paranoid about their information being stolen
Mm-hmm.
as newer and newer inventions happen that we use every day, like Google Glass and paying with your phone and shit.
Yeah.
And then people's information getting stolen from Target.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's like they're just trying to. You think Facebook might be trying to do this just to get back into the swing of things? Like,
Oh
I
no,
don't
I
know,
think they've been in the swing of things.
you think so?
Yeah, man.
What? Oh my god!
That's my neck cracking.
So, I thought you were gonna turn into like a zombie or something there. So who do you think has more daily activity? Would it be Twitter or Facebook?
Oh, Facebook definitely.
You think?
Facebook blows them out of the water.
Wow.
Facebook has more user information than Google.
I mean, you hit it spot on because I have an article here about Twitter.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, and it says that Twitter has about a fifth as many active users as Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, because Twitter is actually they're trying to remarket their definition of what Twitter was.
Yeah.
Because last year they came out with like a description. They were supposed to come out with a description of themselves for stockholders and stuff like that, and they said we're a global platform for public self-expression and conversation in real time, and which you heard that a lot, right? Because that tagline was used by absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
What
the hell?
That was nothing. So they were they were getting a lot of pressure from their investors, like, what the hell is this? Like you need to do something. You need to change something.
Give us your plan.
Yeah, so then they came up with this new definition this year, which is we think of Twitter as a companion experience to what's happening in your world. Which is, I mean, it's not like a catchy tagline or anything, but it's more of, I don't know. I think it sums it up a little bit better, and it's a little less cheesy and a little less like
Yeah.
I don't know, juvenile than the other one. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. They're trying that out. They're just trying to like reach out to more people. But I think the big problem with Twitter is it's not getting people to know about Twitter. It's just getting people who know about Twitter but don't want a Twitter to have a Twitter, which I don't think you're going to do that just by changing the definition of what you are. Like, people know what you are.
Well, yeah, yes and no. Though I think that they might, like, because I don't think a lot of people do know what they are.
Yeah, but you know. You just tweet. You tweet.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all you know. Like, just like you said, like what their last plan was. What was that called?
What do you mean?
What the definition of Twitter was?
Yeah. What was their current one?
Yeah.
A companion experience to what's happening in your world.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that doesn't say anything to me. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Really, it should just say Facebook with only statuses. Like,
we stole Facebook status update.
Yeah.
No, but actually, their next step that they're trying to implement for Twitter is a move toward private conversations. They want to be able to seamlessly flow between public and private conversations, which is, I guess, more of like a direct message, but you don't have to be following that person, or I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, something like that.
I think that could make it huge because, I mean, people use Facebook a lot for messaging people, but if Twitter is big enough and it's focused more around messaging and talking to people than most other social media platforms. So I think that if they took the place of AIM, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because sometimes you're following someone and they have a conversation with someone else on Twitter. It's just like, what is this? I don't want to look at this. And it's just like all in their feed, and that's all it is. It's just like conversation between back and forth. And I think it would only pop up if you're following both of those people or something like that. Like that. But so I don't know. It would be interesting to see how they do it, because now they're almost like, well, first we stole Facebook's status updates, and now we're going to steal their messaging system. But I guess it's not really Facebook's messaging system, because that's been around, like you said, since AOL days. Like, It's just a chat. It's just a chat. So
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if you really need that, but it is an addition. It is an addition that you can make.
Yeah.
But I almost think you would have to be following that person, right?
Right.
Because if you wouldn't, then people could just spam like Conan O'Brien with with chat starters, like,
oh yeah,
talk to me, like.
Well then, but then that's the same thing as direct messaging. Is if you're following each other, you can just direct message each other.
But maybe it's like direct message is almost email. It's like almost an email system, because you have to send a message, you have to click on it, then reply.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was a messaging system, it would almost just pop up, and you could type in, and it would pop up.
Like, that's true. That's
more like
true.
like a Google Hangouts or like a Skype type interface. So maybe just modifying the direct message.
Make it more real time. I mean, it is real time, but make it more.
So I almost think if you have that, you don't need direct messages anymore.
Right.
You just have that, and it saves the conversations.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I'd use that a ton, because I've recently been using Twitter more and more and more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's worth a shot in the dark, as they say.
Yeah. All these crazy apps coming out. It's just.
Speaking of Twitter, which is an app.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to lead you into something there.
Well, speaking of Twitter, we are testing out a new thing in the description of some of our videos. Click a link to tweet about the video.
Oh.
So if you do are listening and you see that, go ahead and click that link and tweet about the amateur hour that you've listened to.
Only if you like it,
if you like it. Mostly if you didn't.
Only if you like it and you want your mom to see that you did like it, because she follows you on Twitter.
Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about. I wanted to talk about like wearable technology for a second, because they've been coming out with so much stuff, and there's been so many rumors about like the Apple iWatch, because apparently Apple has ordered or said that they're making like 63 million iWatches.
Really?
That they're producing right now.
Wow.
And I did see a rumor on the internet, on the interwebs, that maybe that seems like an outrageous amount of product to just sell by itself.
A lot of faith into that.
Right. Well, but if they're making so many of those products, and there's no way that they could just sell, and they're coming out with a new iPhone.
Yeah.
People on the internet I saw were like, this might be bundled with the next iPhone.
Wow.
Yeah. How crazy would that be? I'm pretty excited about an Apple iWatch, because I really like my iPhone. And I like this Nike Fuel Band that I'm wearing. Mm-hmm. And if I could just read text messages on my wristband and check emails on my wristband and the time and everything else, I wouldn't have to pull out my phone so much. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'd do that.
You don't think you would?
No, I don't know. Just because right now, even you can get you can get a watch with your phone, and granted, I do have an iPhone as well, so I can't really get.
Yeah, but all those watches look shitty right now.
Yeah, but it's just like how. What is the point to where you have so many devices on you that pretty much do the same thing? Like iPad, iPhone, iWatch. Really, you want to add something else that just. What is the iWatch going to give me that my phone isn't? Nothing.
Not having to take anything out of your pocket.
Wow, how lazy are you?
Yeah, but okay, so
I'm gonna spend like $800, but I'll never have to move my right arm ever again. Here's to America. We're lazy.
I think that I'm sure that Apple knows that because so there's other things that it's going to be able to do that I don't know. I've heard it's mainly focused around fitness. That's why Nike's dropped out because they're working with Apple now.
Oh, really?
They're going to be like some type of real sensor in it to where it's better than stuff like this. Because apparently these don't give you that accurate of results. And when I say these, I'm wearing a Nike Fuel Band right now.
Yeah. How do you like that, by the way?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps me track of my activity, but I kind of like having the digital time on my wrist.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's actually pretty ballin'. And then the rest of the time, it just looks like one of those latex things.
Yeah.
I wear it in the shower. I wear it to bed. I never take it off unless I have to charge it.
Like waterproof and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it's pretty sick. And it tells me how many calories I've burned, how many steps I've taken in the day. And it's pretty simple. But I think that if Apple comes out with something like that, plus I'm sure tons of other amenities, I would be like, oh, damn, I'd be all over that.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of it would be about the look as well, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. It'd have to look cool.
Apple's always been the kind of people that just do super simple, super sleek kind of design. So I'm sure they can come up with something.
Exactly.
I don't know, though. It's going to take a lot. There might be, 2 years from now, I'll look back at this podcast and be like, damn, I was so wrong. But
I was so wrong. And you're wearing like 8 of them.
Yeah.
These all do different things. No, they did it. They actually
watch for my meal time. I gotta watch for my sleep time. Got 3 different alarm watches because I never wake up.
This alarm keeps track of how long I wipe my butt for. You took 4 strokes today.
Thanks, watch.
Thanks, poop watch. I poop.
I poop watch.
No, but I wanted to say that too. Somebody did a teardown of Google Glass, and they did a teardown, and they reported that all the parts to create Google Glass, they cost $1,500. Well, right now they're not for sale, but all the parts together equal $80.
Really?
Google denies it and says that's wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can't be that far off.
Yeah.
So that's pretty hilarious. But it should be Google Glass should be released later this year.
Yeah.
To the consumers. I mean, and they said that it's gonna be cheaper, but
well, I think eventually I want to get. There's a couple of the guys that I work with that have Google Glass.
Oh yeah, have you gotten to try it on?
No, I haven't. I don't.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know what the boundary is between that. Like, hey, can I try on your Google Glass?
Yeah.
It's like, we haven't even gone on a date yet. But I don't know. I was thinking.
Okay, then can I see your dick?
Can I suck your dick and then try on your Google Glass? That's not a date.
Well, that's not a date.
God, gonna cost me money. Yeah. No, I was gonna see if possibly I could get one of them, to come on the podcast, share their thoughts about.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
The glass of Google.
I've actually, they could share their thoughts about it, but I've actually heard in the beginning when they first had the glass out that people were giving them to people to try out, like bloggers and shit, and that when Google found out, they were deactivating their glass.
Wait, who was giving them out?
Like people, like the first Glass Explorers.
Yeah.
They were like, people, tech bloggers, and people were like, yeah, I'll pay you $200 to let me use your glass and review it on a video or something like that.
Oh, I see.
And Google is deactivating some people's Google Glasses.
Wait,
that were doing that.
How would they know whose glass was used?
Because they would see it. They would see it in a post or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can see a Google Glass in a post. How can you identify exactly which Google Glass that is?
I'm not sure, but there was a limited amount given out to people.
Jim, how? How can you identify it?
I don't work at Google.
It was very apparent just in your voice that you were backstepping there. You're like, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Wait, I have my story. Wait, it's crumbling.
A blade.
Oh, jeez. But I saw too today that there's this that I saw a brainwave headband that's coming out.
What?
Yeah, I was like, this is getting too much.
A brainwave headband?
It's $299, and it's a headband that you wear.
It's totally worth it, probably.
Yeah, and it connects to your app, an app on your phone, and it shows your brainwaves on the app.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's.
I feel like you have to be some kind of specialist to even know what that's doing.
Yeah.
And then when you are the specialist, you're like, this isn't right.
No,
This
it
isn't
shows
actually
like
your
a
brainwave."
storm. So if like your brain's really active, it'll be cloudy and like lightning and wind and stuff. And then when you're
Because that's what goes on in your brain.
no, but it's trying
Weather.
it's trying to just show you that your mind's really active, and then it gives you it's for people that want to calm down their minds or whatever. And so it gives you like lessons on how to like clear your mind and meditate sort of. And then as it's supposedly scientifically, if your mind clears up, the picture on the app turns into like a cleared up sunny day.
I feel like if you had a picture and you were like looking at it, even out of the corner of your eye, like a picture of a huge storm, that would not make your mind calm and just be like, holy shit, my
Yeah,
mind's going to town
Yeah,
right
but
now.
you're probably it's going to town. You're probably not going to be like just staring at the storm picture. The app helps you do the clear your mind stuff, so it probably knows that you don't want to be looking at the fucking storm right now.
Yeah. So it's like a Nike Fitband for your head.
Yeah,
Wow. Building up that brain strength.
brain waves.
That's pretty crazy.
Well,
Well, the brain strength can't beat the muscle strength any day.
Brussels strength.
The Brussels strength. Did
The
you hear?
Brussels.
Did you hear? Speaking of muscle strength, did you hear about the MMA fighter who tried to rescue the baby dolphin?
Oh, I did hear about this.
Did you?
You know what? Tell me about that again. Tell me how that went down.
Okay, so there was this MMA fighter. His name is called Cathal Pendred.
Yeah.
I'm probably butchering that name, but he's an Irishman, and he was a contestant and recent victor on the UFC reality show, The Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, damn.
So I guess victor is meaning that he won, and he was last Sunday, so one week ago.
Yeah.
He was on the west coast of Ireland with his girlfriend, and he saw a baby dolphin, and it was just like it was the waves were taking it into shore, and it was bashing it up against these rocks like on the coast, and it just like
jeez.
couldn't get away, and it was getting beat up and bruised, and he like went out there, and there was some guy out there trying to do it. He's like, I can't do it anymore, I'm exhausted. And of course he's like, well, I'm an MMA fighter, and he just jumps in there and he grabs the dolphin.
Okay.
And there's like pictures of him like carrying this dolphin on the shoreline, and he just like he like put it out to sea, like out away from the rocks, and he just like he said he swam with it and like stayed there a while just to make sure that it was okay.
Wow.
And it like swam away and everything, and then he tweeted out the picture, and he's like, I just spent an hour in the sea at Doonbeg trying to save a baby dolphin. He was very hurt but alive and well now. And then it has like some prayer hands like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And then the hilarious part is that he returned to his hotel thinking that he had completed the save, but the Irish Mirror reported the dolphin had been found dead on the beach Sunday night. And then so he had to tweet out again and be like, I remember the dolphin that I saved. Well, it really died.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there's advice that is given for if you find something like that on the coastline.
Yeah.
And it says, leave the animal exactly where it is until help arrives. If the dolphin is injured, you could cause further damage by moving it. You may have to help hold it upright, keeping its blowhole above water, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to like do deep transportation of it. Do not push the animal back into the water. The dolphin is stranded for a reason and needs help. Please be aware that when the dolphin animal strands, it may be sick. Therefore, please use every precaution to protect yourself from any infectious disease.
Geez.
So I'm just thinking, this guy is trying to be a stand-up dude.
Yeah.
Not only did he end up killing the dolphin in the process of trying to help it, but he could also get some kind of dolphin disease and die.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that just be the worst case scenario?
I saw because somebody posted that story on my Facebook page, and I didn't read it because they posted a ton of words with their post.
Yeah.
But the beginning was like, this is not how you save a dolphin.
Like they would have known the exact.
Yeah, it was like,
steps to take.
oh, geez, he was actually, his intentions were good.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. You can't doubt the man for having good intentions, but I think it was I don't know. Dolphins dying. I guess it's not too funny, but it was just funny that he thought he saved it and then it just died. I think that's funny.
Oh, no,
Call me a jackass, but I
that's
think
pretty
that's
damn funny. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't believe I finally saved it. It was so close. It was gut wrenching. No,
damn, dude, I saved a freaking dolphin. The dolphin's dead. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. He probably got a lot of people messaging him like, hey, that was not smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have tried to do the same thing though.
Yeah.
Like if I saw that, I wouldn't have any
If you saw
clue.
that and you had muscles as big as your head, you're just like, this is what I was meant for. Like,
Yeah,
this is
my moment.
My time to shine.
Yeah,
Honey, get this on my tweeters.
There's no way that you'd be like, wait, is there a special dolphin resource center that I can call?
Yeah. Instead of asking his girlfriend to take a picture of him doing it, he'd be like, wait, research this, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. It almost just seems like basic instinct. Like if something's getting bashed up against rocks, move it away from the rocks.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he did. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
Kind of crazy.
And you're never gonna be like, oh, what? Why is this dolphin here? Well, because he got trapped here.
Yeah, you got trapped. I don't know. You're just trying to do good for the common greatness of mankind.
Yeah.
Almost like there's this one more story that I actually wanted to bring up here.
Oh yeah.
And it's Coke, the company.
Yeah.
That sells liquid cocaines to everyone.
Liquid Coke.
Coca-Cola built a couple of these arcade machines in Bangladesh.
Oh yeah.
And,
in Bangladesh, eh?
In Bangladesh. See, it all ties in.
Wow.
And Bangladesh, they built these arcade machines that run on not quarters but Coke bottles.
Yeah.
And they did it in an effort to promote recycling and everything like that. And the funny thing about it is the only game that it played was just a simple modified version of Pong, but it was still amazing that how much recycling was done just in order to play this game. Like I don't know about Bangladesh if they're what their video game situation is, but if you're just like I mean clearly if you're desperate just to play
what's
Pong.
your video game situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of that, and there's kids lined up around it.
Yeah, it ended up collecting thousands of empty plastic bottles. But just, I mean, if
did it crush them or something? Do you know if it crushed them in the process? It would
not,
have to.
I'm not quite sure how the machine worked, or even how it determined like what was a bottle and what wasn't. But
yeah,
it seems like almost a pretty advanced technology just to get people to recycle.
They're like, oh, this is really cool until like tomorrow, like some kid gets his arm cut off inside the machine.
Yeah.
Wait, my bottle wasn't done. Ah!
My cousin, he has very skinny arms. He thought it was a bottle.
We are starving.
God, these
but
accents.
We have a lot of Coke.
We have a lot of Coke.
Wow.
But no, I was almost thinking how to implement that around here. And I don't think you could do it just for a video game because I don't think a lot of people would like. There's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, video game, I don't want to play that." But if you could just do it to where you could put a bottle in and it would give you like your 5 cents or whatever that you're supposed to get from in some states you get that, or even some parts of Ohio, I think you get like 5 cents per can or 5 cents per bottle. Like if there instead of that recycling trash can, if it was just a machine where it was like, oh, bottle accepted, and it just pop out a quarter or something,
exactly,
or not even. I don't even think popping out a nickel or something would be worth it. I think it would just add it to like your account.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a personal Coca-Cola account or a personal whatever account that it just keeps it running total.
Well,
and
that's
you can withdraw it.
Like in Michigan, at some of the grocery stores in Michigan, they have them right there in the grocery store. You bring your cans and your bottles when you go to the grocery store, and you put them all in, and it prints out a voucher for you to use at the end of your grocery shopping.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's that. I mean, those things do exist, but they're not very popular.
Yeah, and I also think like maybe not a mass kind of system like that, but maybe also just, and it would probably be really expensive to have one of those machines in replacement of every single recycling bin.
Yeah,
but I don't know if you can get there. Like,
see, recycling's so good, but I feel like it's expensive. It's more expensive. You know what I'm saying? People have to pay for the machines and stuff to recycle, which I guess you have to do the same thing with trash, but. Recycling hasn't been as popular as long as trash.
The science of trash has been around a lot longer, so we've gotten to a pretty lazy version of it where we're just like, oh yeah, here's a big black bag, just throw it in there.
Here's a black bag, let's pile them all up and let's fucking bury it.
You don't have to sort anything. We'll just put it all on a huge hill and it'll smell like shit.
It'll smell like shit. We'll grow flowers on top.
Yeah, we'll grow flowers that just hate their lives. I was a flower on top of a trash mill. Someone murder me.
Sucks. I hate being born.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for two frat boys here.
Yeah, the two frat boys are. Thanks for joining in. Make sure you tweet us at Mr. Phantasmo and at Jimmy Andy. Click the link in the description below to tweet about the show. Pretty cool new thing we got going on. Click to tweet.
Pretty cool new thing. I'm very proud of us that
our social media minds.
Yeah, our social media minds. You know, when we talked about the fact that we killed Zach last week, maybe a lot of people didn't believe us, but I think as the weeks go on, more people are gonna believe us.
More and more people. It'll be hashtag Zach's dead.
What do you think about Zach being dead now, you fools?
You pieces of shit.
No double jeopardy.
Yay, Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, okay, so what about the NBA? Why don't you just tell the damn story already, since we practically beat around that bush?
Oh, my God. Beat around the bush. Don't eat around the tush. You know what I'm saying?
I prefer both.
Me too. Anyways, the Columbus Clippers coach, just kidding, the Los Angeles Clippers owner, he said some racist stuff.
Yeah, what'd he say? Did they say?
He said something to his girlfriend like, "Don't bring African Americans to my basketball games. Don't post pictures of you with African Americans on the internet."
He said African Americans?
No, I'm sure he didn't say African Americans.
Okay.
But that was just the
oh
bleep.
Wow! So
he
was mad at his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Because she loves the black people.
Yeah, she loves them, and she was posting a picture on Instagram with her and Magic Johnson. And he told her not to do that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was just a weird. I think he said some other things. He said like they should be treated like dogs or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty sure the whole time. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure the whole time he was saying the N-word.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured was substituted with African Americans.
African Americans, don't bring those African Americans into my house. I do respect them as Americans, but I do not like them.
I'm so mad. I'm gonna use a 6-syllable pronoun.
6-syllable pronoun. African American. Sevensies.
Sorry, that was off the top of my head.
But yeah, Oprah. She's about to buy him.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What will Oprah do next with all her money? What could be the most crazy thing that you could do if you just had more money than you knew what to do?
She already elected the president.
She did. Single-handedly. She's like, I'm just going to buy all your votes.
I'm going to buy the votes.
I'm going to buy everyone's votes. I'm going to sway everyone.
You vote Obama, you get a car. You get a car if you voted for Obama.
Yeah.
You come to my show where I'm going to give you free baskets of soap. Oprah. The Oprah Winfrey Show.
I don't know. That's not very crazy, though. You give a person a car, it's been done before.
Yeah.
If you had all the money in the world and you just wanted to be known for that guy who did the weirdest thing with his money.
Oh, you want to be known? What?
Yeah, I'd give everyone, I'd go to like a country, a whole country. I'd go to Bangladesh.
Okay.
I'm Bangladesh, in the city of Bangladesh, and I'd buy everyone red shirts, and I'd give them all red shirts, and I'd say, I will give you $20 and this red shirt. All you have to do is wear this red shirt today, and then they'd wear the red shirt. Then all of a sudden, I'd fly in like 300 helicopters full of bulls, and I'd just release them into the city.
Oh, jeez.
It would be panic.
That would be panic. I mean, like
many people would die. I would get arrested, and
yeah, for destroying humankind in Bangladesh. For destroying Bangladesh.
Yeah, but does news really get out to Bangladesh?
No.
It
where
stays,
is that?
What
where
happens in Bangladesh stays in Bangladesh. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's in New York somewhere.
Bangladesh is not New York.
I don't know. That's what happens when you tell me to pick a random city.
That's the creating your own flash mob. You just bought a flash mob and you bought a running of the bulls.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, you must have like a video camera in the sky to want to watch that. What are you gonna do?
No, I'd just sit in one of the helicopters and watch the world burn.
Oh yeah,
I would be. There's a reason I don't have a lot of money.
You're just one of those guys that wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah, like the Joker said.
God. Speaking of the Joker.
No
just
way.
Kidding.
No way we get those kind of transitions.
No way.
What do you think we're made up of cheese and rice?
Swiss cheese and rice.
Well, speaking of Swiss cheese. No, speaking of food, how about this? This is a barely transition. All right, did you hear about the food safety summit that happened earlier this month?
I did not.
Well, apparently, more than 100 attendees of this food safety summit came down with suspected food poisoning.
Wow.
Yeah. Most of them complained of diarrhea.
Oh, that's a fun complaint.
That is a fun complaint.
It's like, I played too many games on the toilet.
What?
You know, because you have diarrhea and then you have to play a game so it doesn't burn. You have to let it settle for a little bit.
You have to play a game so it doesn't burn?
Yeah.
Is there an app for that?
Yeah, it's called Don't Let the Diarrhea Burn Your Butthole game. So don't wipe for a while.
Oh. So it's just like a timer?
Yeah, it's a timer game.
Oh, nice. It's just a clock.
You throw numbers around a board and stuff.
Oh, cool.
No real goal.
Chinese checkers.
Yeah. There's drawing involved.
Oh, nice. Well,
No, okay, so
I'll look
yeah.
into that app.
Why did we get on that tangent?
I don't know. I just thought
The
it was
food safety summit, though. Yeah, it's a two-manner.
It's a two-manner. As if you didn't need an excuse to begin with not to listen to this podcast. Now you only have two people at their wits' end.
Two freaking idiots.
Just mulling over the daily gab. You know, we record this on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What if something insane happened between now and Sunday? Like, you know, I don't know.
Something insane like who?
Let's just say Oprah bought the Clippers and then she renamed them to the Oprahs.
Oh,
And it was just
jeez.
we would have to cover that story.
You think like we'd have to get into the podcast?
We would
and
either have to
cover that?
re-record the podcast or we would just be like, all right, let's just add this into the
So if
podcast."
Oprah buys the Clippers, we're re-recording the podcast.
Only if she names them the Oprahs.
Yeah, I guess she'd have to name them the Oprahs.
The Oakland Oprahs.
The Oakland Oprahs.
The
Don't
Oakland
get
A's.
it twisted.
They've got some competition now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Clippers. That's a big story, you know.
Yeah, let's talk more about baseball because that's something I'm interested in.
It's basketball.
Oh.
Earlier, you were like, we were talking about that, and you were like, "Did you just say the NBA?"
Yeah. Wait.
And I was like, "Yeah."
wait,
I did.
I thought you were talking about the Columbus Clippers, the baseball team.
No,
Isn't that a baseball team?
Yeah. Well, that's
Nah.
no, it's not.
What?
Actually,
yes, it is.
It is. It is. You're right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But that's a farm team. It's not like a.
It's a farm team?
It's not an MLB team.
Yeah, that's why I was forsaken.
You're forsaken, my friend. No, NBA.
Have you ever put a bunch of peanuts in your mouth? And then chewed them until they turned into peanut butter?
No, do you think you got something going on right there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just swallowed it.
Yeah, well, you can never just...
I
What?
thought-
What's the end goal there? Just to have peanut butter in your mouth for as long as you can?
No, we jar it up, sell it on eBay.
Jar it up, sell it? Yeah. I mean,
Mr. Phantasmo's mouse made peanut butter.
there'd be a lot of... There's a lot of target markets for that.
There's
Baby
a high.
birds, baby humans.
Baby humans?
Yeah, baby anything. They love regurgitated stuff.
They do, especially like regurgitated peanut butter. I could see how that would really grind your gears.
If there was a market for regurgitated mother's milk, I would totally be down to be the prime receiver. You know,
The breast milk?
the,
Like,
the initial recipient, I would be, and then I would regurgitate it into your baby's mouth.
ew.
I mean, if that's something that you're wanting, maybe it doesn't come out of the nipple warm enough.
Well, that's not something I'm wanting, but maybe my baby craves it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you as a parent don't want someone nurturing your nipple for you. You obviously want your baby to do that, but
Yeah, I guess so. But now,
If
no,
duty calls.
you know, sometimes you're like, I want this chick to suck on my nipple.
I've never thought I want this chick to supplement. I think we're on different points here.
Wow.
So, how you doing today, Zach?
Zach is not here once again.
Uh-uh.
This time he's ditched out on the podcast.
What about you, Kevin?
Oh, no, Kevin.